Good morning. Okay, I want to start my video differently, but I guess I failed. I failed coming up a creative way to greet my audience. That's okay. Today is January 15th. Yeah, 2024. So I had a really good morning. Woke up at my own home with my parents. Yeah, I woke up my mom by knocking her door gently, and she got up and we went for a run. We ran around 3.5 kilometers, but my watch wasn't really, like, the GPS on my watch wasn't turned on. And yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it. Lately I just noticed that problem. After I start my run, my watch couldn't connect to the GPS, so my location wasn't recorded, and my route of running was not recorded, and it was not accurate at all. Like 5 minutes in, my watch shows I have only run like 500 meters, which is not correct. Yeah. But anyway, I enjoyed running with my mom. She took a few days break. She went to Shanghai and came back. Yesterday I was at my grandparents' home. So yeah, she wasn't able to get up by herself without anyone's company, without my company. She wouldn't be able to push through. We all have laziness, especially when it's cold and dark, right? And then we went to get some bread, came back, had breakfast. I took a shower, I washed my hair. I haven't washed my hair for the last 2 days, and I felt pretty, unsanitary, maybe not the best word, but like I don't feel good. Every time I try to take a shower after my workout, but as soon as I got home, I didn't want to even get up and get in the shower. It's just too difficult. No, it's not that difficult. Mainly it's because my mind was occupied with something else. Like yesterday I was at my uncle's home. I talked to my uncle, not a lot. I tried to talk to him, but it's really hard for me to start a conversation. We rarely talk. Often we see each other, we just call each other, and then that's it. We would not really have a conversation. We would just call each other like, uncle, hey, uncle. And he would call me, hey, my name, yeah, my nickname, yeah. And we wouldn't really talk about anything. When other families around, it's not awkward at all for us not to talk. But yesterday I went to his home and he was home by himself, so yeah, I wanted to talk to him because lately my grandma felt really worried because my uncle actually had been drinking a lot lately, not just like in recent weeks, but in recent years. He got this problem. He couldn't control himself, and he often just got too drunk. And my aunt really worried about him as well. Of course my cousins, but none of them can help him. And I wanted to talk to him and help, but last time I went to his house, he was not at home. And yesterday, so I went around 3 after my workout, around 4 actually. And yeah, it's such a strange thing for us to talk. I told him straightforward, I wanted to talk to you. And he said, yeah. He said, okay. I can tell he definitely wanted to talk to him. He wanted to have a conversation. But neither of us knew how to proceed talking. We just have never opened ourselves up to each other in a lifetime. We never have done that. So it's just, yeah, I felt that tremendous resistance to open my heart, because I don't know how would he take it, and I don't understand him as well. I don't know how exactly he feels, and asked him how he's feeling. He said he's fine, he's okay. And that's the problem, I think, right? Either he's unwilling to share with me, he's not able to share with me his feelings, or he doesn't want to get help. And later I asked him if he ever thought about quitting smoking and drinking. He said, why bother? And I asked him if it's too hard for him to actually make a decision. And he said, yes, I understand. I personally experienced addiction many times in my life, of all kinds. It took me so much struggle and discipline and pain. Most importantly, I got reasons to control myself and change myself. And I believe for my uncle, he doesn't have a very strong motivation to do it. He doesn't have clear reasons to quit smoking and drinking. Yeah. I wouldn't say this is my first time, but I now just feel that tremendous difficulty when it comes to quit addiction for some people, especially at an older age. My uncle is in his 50s, and he never ever tried quitting, even just for one day. He told me the longest time he refrained himself from smoking was when he was on a train or plane, and he couldn't do it. But the first thing he got out the train and plane was smoking. And that's the problem. That's when I realized he might not be able to pull it off. He needs a lot of support and discipline from someone else. And the problem is, my aunt couldn't do that. My aunt get really frustrated and I would say even heartbroken, because my uncle sometimes wouldn't even be at home, and he would stay outside with friends, drinking, sometimes even for the whole night. And he'd get really drunk. He couldn't even come back home by himself. And my aunt needs to deal with that. It's too much for my aunt. And it's too much for my uncle as well. I even suggest to my aunt they probably need to seek some professional help. They need some like family therapy. Not just for my uncle, but for my aunt as well. Because all these bad experience they had been through together. And I really wanted to help. But I really don't know how. I don't know how to actually help with talking to them. I simply don't understand how someone can change in that kind of a situation. The problem is my uncle spent most of his days somewhere else. Like he would go to work very far away from home. So my uncle is not at home for the most of the time. So family were not able to accompany him and help him to quit. And his colleagues, friends, all had this similar problem. They're all heavy drinkers. They all smoke cigarettes every day. And my uncle told me this appalling thing. He smokes 10 packs in 1 week. More than 1 pack a day, sometimes even 2. 1 month, he needs 40 packs of cigarettes in 1 month. And that is 800 single cigarette. That's too much. When I'm with him, I can clearly notice he wasn't breathing right. His lungs are not functioning healthily. He constantly was coughing. But all of that were not able to stop himself. Were not enough for him to realize he needs to stop right now. Everybody around him in our family know that he needs to quit. But none of us can help him. I can't say I have tried everything. I tried my best but I just know I wouldn't be able to do anything to help him other than talk to him and talk to other family, being a listener and trying to understand what would probably work. Yeah, this situation is very concerning. I'm worried for my aunt, for my cousins, for my grandparents, and for my uncle himself. I think I should talk to my grandma and tell her I've tried to talk to him, but I'm afraid I would be helpful. Yeah, the problem is my uncle himself doesn't want to quit, and he doesn't think it's alarming yet. He's feeling fine. I asked him how he's feeling. He's feeling fine. He told me he's physically fine. Just sometimes he wasn't able to breathe right when he does labor, like heavy labor. He works at it, you know. Factory type of thing. Yeah, he does the no, not the insulation work. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call my grandma. Yeah, we need to figure things out. And my uncle is leaving to work in 3 days. He won't be at home. Okay.